Hi students, how are you all? I'm sure you are doing good. So it's pleasure always to talk about the important topics from your syllabus of biology. So here we go with another very important chapter, that is digestion and absorption for class 11 CBSE board. The book I always refer is the NCERT book, and these things that you have to understand in class 11 particularly about this chapter is that a little more information, a little detail. For example, the arrangement of teeth inside the mouth, where the digestion starts. So the what is the arrangement like? Each teeth is embedded in the socket of jaw. Each teeth is embedded in the socket of the jaw, which is called which type of arrangement? It is called the thecodont arrangement. Thecodont arrangement. And another thing is there, you all are aware of, that majority of the mammals, including human, what happens? Two sets of teeth during a lifetime. If there are two sets of teeth, a set of temporary milk or deciduous teeth, okay, and which is replaced by a set of permanent teeth. A set of deciduous teeth or milk teeth is replaced by a set of permanent teeth. And this type of dentition is called what? This type of dentition is called diphyodont. Diphyodont. So these are the terms which you need to remember in class 11. The arrangement where two sets of teeth are there. First of all, it is the milk teeth, set of milk teeth, which is also deciduous teeth, and then followed by a set of permanent teeth. So this arrangement is called the diphyodont. Okay, and now when we further go on discussing about this arrangement of teeth and the numbers of teeth, that we all know that in human adult, there are 32 teeth. Okay, and the types of there are heterodont arrangement. That is, the different types of teeth are there. So need to first bite and then tear and then grind and then churn and grind. So incisors, canines, and premolars and molars are there. So it goes like this: I, C, PM, and M. I means incisors, C means canine, and PM means premolar, and M means molar. So like this the arrangement of teeth goes. And if you take 32 as a total teeth in human adult, then if each half of the upper jaw and the lower jaw will have 2, 1, 2, 3 arrangement. That is, 2 incisors, 1 canine, 2 premolar, and 3 molar. So 2, 1, 2, 3 makes how much? 8. So 8 into 4 is 32. So this is the dental formula, okay, in human adult, right? And now a little more idea about the teeth. That is, enamel is there, which is very hard, okay, and the enamel is there, which is for the protection of the teeth. It's very, very hard. And tongue is there attached to the floor. These all are helping in the mastication of the food that we are taking, in chewing, in biting, and in tearing, grinding, churning. And tongue is helping in this process, and the tongue is attached to the floor of the cavity by one structure which is known as frenulum. So frenulum, you have to remember, it is attaching the tongue with the base of the buccal cavity. Okay, and now the upper surface of the tongue has a small papilla, small structures like papilla, which is having taste buds. Okay, which are having taste buds or beer taste buds. So this is a little detail about the the structures in the buccal cavity, including the teeth. Now the food is masticated, and now it has formed a bolus. So what is happening? Digestion starts from here only, because salivary glands are there. There are three major salivary glands, though there are hundreds of small salivary glands. But the three major pairs of salivary glands are, you have to always remember, those are a pair of premandibular, pair of parotid salivary glands, pair of premandibular salivary glands, and also a pair of sublingual salivary glands. So these salivary glands are located in the inside the mouth. Okay, so these are the major salivary glands, and they are secreting saliva, which is having amylase, and it starts the digestion of starch that we eat along with our food. Mostly, we are eating what? We are eating starch in the rice, in the wheat, and in the other vegetables like potato, sweet potato, and all the fruits, etc. Most of the fruits. So these starch that we're eating, get started. The digestion starts here only in the mouth by the enzyme amylase, which is there in the secretions of the salivary gland, that is the saliva. Okay, so amylase is starting the digestion of starch, and it is converting starch into the middle state, that is the maltose. So you have to remember that starch is polysaccharide. Number of molecules are there of the carbohydrate, and the middle stage is what? Is the disaccharide. Two molecules are there. Two molecules of carbohydrate are there, so they are disaccharide, namely maltose and sucrose. And then finally it will be converted into glucose, that is simple sugar. Okay, that is C6H12O6. Only one molecule of carbohydrate. So this will take some steps, some enzymes to play roles. So abruptly this will not happen. So the digestion of starch starts in mouth only by the enzyme amylase. That is what I am trying to explain. Okay, and then this semi-digested food in the form of bolus will go to the stomach, that we all know, and this food pipe is known as esophagus, right? So no digestion takes place in the esophagus, but it only carries the food downwards by its movement, which is called movement of the muscles of the walls, which are called the peristaltic movement, right? Contraction and relaxation, and like this the foods are moving down towards the stomach. And when the peristalsis is reversed, the food will start coming up, and somebody will start vomiting if the peristalsis is reversed. Okay, maybe because of some reason. So now the food has reached the stomach, the bolus has reached the stomach. Now in the walls of the stomach, what are the things which are there? HCl is there, mucus is there. Okay, HCl is doing what? It is killing the bacteria which may come along with the food, and is turning the medium of the bolus as acidic, because the enzymes of gastric juice, which is also secreted by the gastric walls, it is active only in acidic medium. So the bolus which has come in the stomach has become now chyme, which is called chyme, and the medium of chyme is acidic, right? Now students have to know a little detail about the stomach, the structure of the stomach, and when the food pipe has carried the bolus from the mouth to the stomach, there has to be a common pathway just after the mouth, after the buccal cavity. There is a common passage, which is the pharynx, and then it is followed by larynx. So there is a flap which is or a lid which is called the epiglottis above the glottis, which is this glottis is the start of the windpipe. So epiglottis is a lid or a flap which is closed when we are taking food, because the food has to go to the food pipe, not through the windpipe. The windpipe is only for breathing in and breathing out. So whenever a person is eating, what is happening? The epiglottis, the lid above the glottis, is closed. But by chance, if sometimes while talking and eating together, what happens? The food wrongly by mistake goes to the windpipe, and we start coughing, or some kind of choking also can take place. So this also you have to remember. Okay. Now about the stomach. What are the parts of the stomach? There are some parts of the stomach that you have to remember. Okay. Those are the cardiac part. 4 parts are there: the cardiac, the fundic region, the pyloric portion. Okay. So the cardiac opens into the esophagus, where the esophagus is opening, right? And the fundic region is the body and the central region of the stomach, and the pyloric portion which opens into the intestine. Actually, this pyloric portion, there is a sphincter also which is called the pyloric valve. Okay, so when the food is entering this intestine from the stomach, so in the stomach, what is the food called? It is called the chyme. After it has mixed with the gastric juice with the HCl, right? So and there is a mucus also in the walls of the stomach, right? There is a mucus. What it does, it protects the walls of the alimentary canal from, particularly here, walls of the stomach, from the erosion by HCl. HCl is there in the stomach, so it can cause erosions on the walls of the stomach. So mucus is there on the walls to protect the stomach, right? So this also you have to remember. And the parts of the stomach: the cardiac part, the fundic part, and the pyloric portion. And cardiac, which opens into, actually this esophagus opens here in the cardiac region. The esophagus is opening in the stomach. In which region? In the cardiac region. The fundic region is the central region, okay, and the pyloric portion which opens into the intestine. So this you have to always remember, the parts of the stomach. I am repeating: cardiac, fundic, and the pyloric portion. You have an idea about these parts also. Now small intestine, the food which is called the chyme, now is entering into the small intestine through the pyloric valve. So after the food is there for 2-3 hours in the stomach, then when it is getting partially digested, what is happening in stomach as far as digestion is concerned? The gastric juice is having the enzyme pepsin, which is converting. Side by side, I am talking about the digestion also. In addition to the structure of these alimentary canal parts, I am also describing the digestion, steps of digestion which is taking place at that particular part. So in stomach, the gastric juice has enzyme which is called pepsin. So it is converting the protein molecules into smaller parts, that is peptides and peptones. So the digestion of protein has also been started here in the stomach. Now the food this acidic food is entering into the small intestine, the first part of the small intestine. Okay, and this in this part the food has to become alkaline, because the pancreatic juice enzymes, the intestinal enzymes, intestinal juices enzymes, all are active in alkaline medium. So the food which was acidic, the chyme which was acidic, has to become alkaline here, right? So how this conversion is taking place? It is taking place by the bile, which is produced by the liver. So through the bile duct, the bile is also coming in the intestine, and it is converting the chyme into alkaline, and also is emulsifying the bigger fat molecules. So bigger fat molecules are converted into smaller molecules by these bile salts. Actually, they are bicarbonates, so they are converting the acidic medium into alkaline. Now, the parts of the small intestine you have to remember here in this class. The opening part, the first part is called the jejunum, and then the first part, I'm sorry, is called the duodenum. Duodenum is the first part. The second part, duodenum is a very short part, right? The first part of the small intestine. So these parts you have to remember very clearly, children. Duodenum is the first part, which is a very short part, and then the second part is jejunum, which is coiled, right? Highly coiled, and the third part is ileum, which is also highly coiled. Jejunum is long coiled, but ileum is highly coiled. So these are the three parts of the small intestine. Those are duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. So sometimes you start forgetting the names, so you have to revise them time and again, so that you never forget. Okay, the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum, these are the parts of the small intestine. And here, as I said, the digestion is completed in the small intestine from the pancreas, from the exocrine function of the pancreas. You are getting what? You are getting the pancreatic juice, which is having digestive enzymes like trypsin, lipase, amylase, etc., which are there in the pancreatic juice, and these are helping in the digestion of further digestion of the smaller of the proteins, of the maltose, and also of the digested or semi-digested fat. Those are fatty acids and glycerol. But here the digestion is completed by the intestinal juice enzymes, which are again the enzymes which are digesting the proteins completely. The trypsin is digesting the proteins completely to amino acids, and it is digesting the fats completely. Lipase is digesting the fat completely into fatty acids and glycerol, and this maltose or disaccharide is completely digested into simple carbohydrate, that is glucose, okay, in the intestine. And now what will happen? The complete digestion has taken place, so this has to be absorbed on the walls of the intestine, and villi are there, finger-like structures, which are increasing the area of absorption, and these digested food are being absorbed here in the villi. And also villi have got a very small network of very small cells, which are called microvilli, and they are increasing the surface area for absorption. And also lacteals are there, okay, which are absorbing the fat, digested fat, that is fatty acid and glycerol. So like this absorption is taking place, And further details I will of absorption and assimilation I will discuss in my next video. So uh, I think I will end up here the first part of this chapter, digestion and assimilation. Okay, and further details I will do in my next video. Till then, goodbye. Thank you very much. God bless.